Hey everyone, welcome back to Brickhead Barista. Thank you for joining me again. Today I thought I'd go back to basics and fundamentals. As you can see, I've started building my Lego city and I've chosen to build my modulars on MILS plates. Now, if you don't know what MILS plates are, it stands for Modular Integrated Landscaping System, and it's a way of building a more solid base for your modulars, which helps you move them around, link them together, and I think it's a better way of building a Lego city. Not only that, I've chosen to use, or I will be using, the newish city road plates, and I think the MILS system works best with that road system. Now, a MILS plate looks like this, or a 32 by 32 MILS plate looks like this, and what I'm going to do is show you a video of me building one. I'll put a list of all the parts needed in the description, and then I'll come back afterwards and let you know what the plans are for the future of my Lego city. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so to build our MILS plate, the first thing we're going to need is a 32 by 32 stud base plate. The colour doesn't matter because it's going to be covered. Then we need 8 of these 1x4 Technic bricks with 3 holes in. That's part number 3701. Next, you need 8 of these 2x3 bricks, 8 of these, and these are part number 3002. Now I will put the details of the quantities and part numbers that are required for each MILS plate in the description. Next, believe it or not, we need 65 of these 2x2 bricks. 65 of these. And these are part number 3003. Then, we need 64 of these 4x4 plate. 64 of these, and these are part number 3031. Now again, the colours of these parts don't matter except perhaps the plate, depending on what you're going to be doing with the MILS plate. If you are just using them as a base for a modular building, for example, then the likelihood is you're going to be tiling over the plate, so the colour won't matter. Now, when I'm building a MILS plate, the way I like to start is with the corners. So what we're going to do first is take one of these 2x2 bricks and place it in each corner of the base plate, like so. And then, corner by corner, we're going to add a Technic brick to each side of the 2x2 brick. Now the reason we're using these Technic bricks is so that if you are, for example, using the MILS plates in a Lego city, you can connect the MILS plates together using Technic pins. So that's the reason that we're using those Technic bricks. Okay, so you've done those 4 corners, and we're going to go around again using the 2x3 brick alongside the Technic bricks. Great, so that is our 4 corners done. And then what we're going to do is fill in with the 2x2 brick. So we'll start around the outer edges first. Start at the top, we're going to leave a 2 stud gap and place a brick. I'm going to leave a 2 stud gap and place a brick. I'm going to leave a 2 stud gap, and yes, you guessed it, place a brick. We'll carry that around the outer edge. Okay, so that's our outer edge done, and then what we're going to do is just fill in the middle with the 2x2 brick, starting top left corner for the sake of consistency. Now the first one you're going to put in is in this corner here, and you want to draw an imaginary line from the centre of this top Technic brick, the centre 2 studs. Draw an imaginary line from there and from this one on the left, and where they meet you place your first brick there, and then there'll be a 1 stud gap between the corners of these 2 bricks. And what we're going to do is, working along the top, we're going to leave a 2 stud gap and place a brick. 2 stud gap and place a brick. And you can see by doing so, these bricks here are lining up. So we're going to carry along the top, 2 stud gap and place a brick until we get over to this corner here, and then again lining up the centre of this Technic brick and this Technic brick, and 2 stud gap from this one. It's the final one in our top row. What you will notice is between the first 2 rows we only have a 1 stud gap. That will be the same down the side here, across the bottom and the side here. But throughout the middle there's always going to be a 2 stud gap. So to carry on, we're just going to go from this brick, leave a 2 stud gap and place a brick. 2 stud gap, place a brick until we're finished. Okay, so that is all of the 2 by 2 bricks in place. The next thing for us to do is to cover all of this with the 4 by 4 plate. Now, the reason we're using the 4 by 4 plate rather than anything larger is basically to give us options. We're going to cover all of this with the plate, but if you are using this in a Lego city, like I will be, and you want to put lighting into buildings, then by having the 4 by 4 plate, it gives you lots of different access points to run lighting cables through. If you're not going to be doing that, then you can use larger plate, which might save you a bit of time, possibly a bit of money. Okay, so I'm going to start in the top left hand corner, and with this design again, the reason for the 4 by 4 plate is that by using that and this layout, you have support in all 4 corners of each plate, so that gives you a lot of stability and strength in the build, which is the idea. And there we have our completed MILS plate. So that's another one for me to use in the Lego city. So there you have it. That is how I build a 32 by 32 MILS plate. I hope you found it useful. Do let me know in the comments below if you did. Now on to the next phase of building for my Lego city. Thank you very much for everybody who commented on my last video. I think I made a decision that the next build to add is going to be the boutique hotel. So that'll be my next video. Really looking forward to building it. It looks amazing. So do join me for the next video. In the meantime, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button and consider subscribing, and I'll see you again in the near future.